What they gotta do? What?
It's time to explore the Catalan with your boy Japanese Tutor. Let's go. Let's get into this. So the first game is a game by Wesley So versus Mamedarov. You guys know this. Wesley So is 27 something. Mamedarov is 2800. This is a game that they played a few months ago. So Wesley So is white, and Wesley So actually is well known for playing the Catalan, both sides. So d4, knight f6, c4, and just one note before we start: knight f6 is very flexible because you can either play d5, you can play e6, you can play d6, c6, b6, and you're not giving up your plan, g6. So try to consider. Maybe in some lines e5. But anyways, c4, e6, d5. Okay, so what categorizes the Catalan? It's just this bishop move, this fianchetto. d5 here, and d captures c4. Now, why did white give up a pawn? So, one, usually they get it back, or they can sacrifice it for initiative. Right now, my bishop is on a very good diagonal. Right, my pieces are going to come out. Maybe the center is going to be. I'm going to be able to fight for the center, and it's going to be very easy because this pawn's not controlling e4 anymore. So let's see what they play. And I got to remind you that both sides are over 2700. Okay, it's not like I'm choosing some game where somebody gets destroyed. Like, they're both 2700. Oh, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I did have an intro. All right, so let's go. a6, maybe try to hold the pawn in some cases, maybe even develop the bishop after the b5 push. Knight c6, 3, boom. Okay, so I see that one of the main ideas is here. Maybe I play my knight over here. This looks like it might be a good square. Again, this bishop is a good bishop. And what is this bishop really doing? Right? It's going to take us 2 moves. And even after those 2 moves, the bishop is still bad because maybe it's behind a knight. And maybe if something like here, then maybe I can play this immediately. Saying, hey, you know what? I want this bishop to be bad forever. But let's see what happens. b3. Okay. b3 saying, okay, I don't mind if you take because now I'm going to have 2 open files. And this bishop might be able to go here or here. Interesting. So we're going to complete development. And notice this. Black is just developing naturally. And when you don't know what to do, and I'm not saying he doesn't know what to do, but when you don't know what to do, usually developing is your best choice. Just say, hey, you can attack some stuff, right? But if you don't see a concrete plan or you're winning something, just develop. Developing is always good. Boom, bringing a rook to the center. Very nice. And now maybe some plans like this or maybe some plans like this are going to happen. Okay. So now this makes me wonder. Now let's go back. Okay. Why did he play rook d1? Was there a threat? Because why didn't he just play here first? So this is what I like to do. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Hey, that Italian guy in Japan. So you're saying they know what they're doing. Of course, they know what they're doing. I'm pretty sure they go into the opening knowing what they do. And guys, if you're new to the community, consider subscribing on the YouTube and coming to the Discord and having other like-minded people talk with you and chat with you about different openings and even some chess memes. All right, so let's keep going. Why Why did he play rook d1 here? Maybe to play here. Maybe. Okay. But I guess this knight is now weak, so maybe just like, all right, well, I'm just going to move it to c1 now. Maybe it's doing a better job there. And so here's the key for analyzing openings. Oh wow, there's a lot happening. Alexandria Princess, you weren't following before? Well, welcome now. And Mickey, thank you for following. Not in the Singfield Cup though. Yeah. Hey, Alexandria. All right, so we're attacking here. Maybe this bishop should come out. We have some pressure here. Maybe here. Maybe. So it seems like I have pressure here. But they might have some pressure in the middle. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Stake in the center. And now we have control of these semi-open files. But the D file might open right now. What happens after, let's say, takes, oh, well, you can't take that way, right? Because it's a double attack. It takes here. That's not good because now I'm attacking here, right? Well, indirectly. But even moves like knight c3 are pretty good. Wow, okay. This is some rough stuff. Okay, so knight b4. Takes. Taking control of this nice c6 file. And also now threatening the pawn. And remember, we were down a piece. Hey, Mana. You hate me? Why do you hate me, Mana? Or Mana, whichever way you pronounce it. You thought that 2700 meant they were clueless? I guess. I don't know. I guess when I get there, I'll let you know if I'm clueless or not. Oh, because of yesterday? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that again. Okay, so push. They're trying to break open the center, but I think it favors white because now I'm attacking it, so very nice. And now we have some pressure along this line. Actually, I would have preferred just taking. Letting them take and maybe play here. Just my preference. Again, I'm not him. Alright. This piece hasn't moved yet. I think it's time for him to move. Do we have anything that we can do? Okay. Maybe come over this way and say, okay, I got what I needed on the A file. Maybe now it's time that I can develop. Yeah. And this is nice because if he plays this immediately, maybe they have tricks like this. Now attacking here and pinning the knight to the queen. Okay, and this is easy stuff. So the rest is just technique. But some of the common ideas is that you want to play on the A line and C file and give up the pawn and give up another pawn. In exchange, you get really active play. And this bishop is very weak, the bishop on c8, and you have to kind of like see where it goes. Okay, so that's what I kind of like took away from that game. Let's see. Oh, Sky Matt, what's up? Hey, Sky Matt. And I don't hate you, Hallelujah Cat. I don't hate anybody either. Jack with the jokes. Yeah. So let's go into it. Let's go into the next game. So if you do want to look at that game, That game is Wesley So versus Mamedyarov. In your next move, Rapid, in 2018. So it was June 12th. So you can look up that game if you guys want to. Okay. We're gonna go into the next game. This is Wesley So versus Ho Yifan. Ho Yifan is, I think, right now the strongest woman chess player or female chess player in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Because if I am mistaken, somebody correct me in chat. All right. So c4, 6, g6. This looks like an English, but it can always transpose to the Catalan. Okay, so now we have a bishop check. This kind of reminds me of like a Nimzo slash Bogo, or like a Bogo, because the Bogo has a check, bishop b4 check. And I guess we have two major responses. Well, three, right? We can play here, bishop d2, bishop c3. Okay, so I think the ideas are similar. Like if we play bishop d2, then I think I would play bishop e7. The reason is because let's say I play bishop d7, maybe they play bishop f4, and now it would be my move. Anyways, maybe the bishop is not effective on d2. But what do they play? I don't know. Bishop d2, bishop d6, very interesting. So that now they don't have bishop f4. Knight c3. Or, sorry, the other option was to go here. Now we can just take maybe, and maybe play with attacking this line, attacking this pawn. You never heard of Wesley So? Yeah, you got to check him out. He is amazing. I love the way he plays. Strongest active chess player. Yes. Okay. Great. So we had some debate. There are some, I guess, stronger women like in the past, but active chess players. Ho Yifan. I think that we agree on that. What opening is the Catalan? Catalan opening. Well, this one was in English that transposed into the Catalan, but we're looking at some Catalan tricks or opening tricks. Hopefully, we see some. And if knight c3, maybe we just take. Okay. So, anyways, knight c3, develop castle, normal stuff. Take. We're gonna take back with the pawn because we want to do this. What if they take? What happens if they take? Knight takes. Knight takes. Uh oh. This is getting crazy. Now there's like an open G file and stuff. Whoa. See? Tricks. These tricks. Whoa. Okay. Knight c3. They castle and they're like, okay, I'm going to give you the pawn. Take it. It's yours. Bishop takes. Because now if, let's say pawn takes, now we take here. And now we have the light square bishop. And we're attacking here. Whoa. And we're also controlling e4. Major key. But if they did take, wow. What happens if bishop captures f7? So rook captures f7 maybe? Queen f6. This is nice. I like this. Okay. And now you just play bishop d6. They are attacking here, and now they have an open G file. Okay, so kicking it out of the way first, and now taking control of the line, or this diagonal. Putting more pressure. How can we add more pressure? Can we like castle and bring our rook this way? Maybe attack. But this rook can't go here now because this pawn is undefended, right? This is a little bit weak. Okay, but I think maybe queen f3. I like queen f3. Maybe rook. But I can't play rook there because, like, there are a lot of interesting options. But maybe queen f3 is probably the most solid. Just like, okay, I'm going to get all of my pieces to the king side because that's where I want to attack. Okay. Very necessary specification clarification. Yep, that is true, Jax. I did need to be a little bit more specific. All right, and guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know. Maybe stalemate. All right. So we're gonna keep going. Attack, right? This is very simple. Usually, when you see H4, that's the start of an attack, and I think that goes for a lot of openings. Or if you want to start an attack, H4. I vividly remember when I was taking lessons from my coach that he tried to make me find these awkward plans, but they would be the best plans in positions. My coach was, you guys might know him. He was Leonid Udasin. Udasin was a former world candidate champion or world champion candidate. Went back in his prime, back when everybody was playing Karpov, Kasparov, everybody, and I remember that H4, like, it would just come out of nowhere. And I'm always like looking for when I can play H4 effectively. Like whenever I go to like tournaments, I'm just like, where's H4? How can I start this attack on the king side? Okay, but yeah. I love castling. Like castling this late was like, come at me. Like just come at me, bro. No. Just like, yo, I'm good. I'm finishing my development. Okay, takes. Okay, I could even like picture like an E4, E5 kind of thing here, because the knight defends here. This bishop is pinning this pawn, so they can't play F6 effectively. Let's see what happens. Okay, so no, that's not happening. I guess they want more pressure over here, and if we do move this, if this gets out of the way, this bishop right here would be kind of privy to our threats. Boosh, psh. And especially since this is here, this is pinned, right? This pawn is pinned, so it cannot take. That's easy, just move back. Of course, we want to keep it on the line. But knight d5, what happens after knight d5? Ooh, they don't play knight d5. And so the reason that I'm saying moves, right? I do, so like on the right hand side of my screen, I do have like the move list, but I try to say, what would I play and why is what they're playing different? I'm trying to, and I'm sorry, again, it's New York. Why is what they're playing different from what I'm playing, and why are their plans a little bit better? If they are, maybe my plans are better. But that's the key to becoming, I guess, a good or better chess player, is that you always want to try to improve. Instead of just looking at the lines like, oh, that's what the Grandmaster played, that's what I'm going to play. Really try to understand what you're playing. So I would have played e4, e5, but I guess it makes sense. Oh, wait. This makes sense because maybe they were threatening some silly stuff like this. So maybe they're like, okay, I need to get on this line anyway, so let me just get over here. Maybe he wasn't even thinking about that. He sounds expensive, this coach. I guess he was expensive. Yeah. Hey, Piggy, what's up? Yeah, so he was worth it. He was worth it. Unfortunately, I couldn't play in many tournaments because I was working at that time. I wish I could have played more tournaments and got more out of him, but he was a great coach, and I recommend him to anybody that really wants to take chess seriously. Yeah, and that's what kind of like why I always go for these weird plans, just to see what's happening. Let me test the waters. How do you get better? How do you get better at chess? And somebody's asking on the Chess TV site, how do you get better? First of all, I have a YouTube dedicated to you getting better. So go and get better from the YouTube. Go to the Instagram, go to the Discord, go to the Twitter. Bobby, you can get better on your own time. I am taking challenges, but after we go after these 6 games. Yeah. Practice. Exactly. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Okay, so we chose different plans. So here we go. This E4 plan that I said I look good and I would love to play, but maybe they want to prepare everything first. Saying, okay, just try to attack everything, you know what I mean? Yeah, this looks so good. This plan looked amazing from before. Maybe they're going to play here. I play here. Do I even need to play there? Yeah, maybe there. Okay, so I win back my pawn, but is that worth it? Do I take here first? Do I take here? Take. Tripled pawns. This knight's a monster. This square is weak. This knight is going to go to a good square. This also square is weak. I don't know about. I really don't know. What would I play? Maybe queen h2? Because I don't want to trade. I don't think I want to trade here. Whoa, okay. That's weird. Wait. Takes. Wait, was that a blunder? Was e4 that winning? I guess e4 was the strongest move. Now I am going to use the computers. Because I was trying to recommend e4 before. Yeah, e4 is one of the top moves as well, but not right now. It says queen g3 preparing it. Wow, this guy Wesley's something else. On the evaluation, it's like +4. But if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bishop, knight, rook. So they have the same amount of pieces, but this is +4. You know, like just looking at it, it's like, oh, it looks slightly better for white, but no, it's absolutely crushing for white. And the reason I guess he couldn't take first, because if this took, oh, we just have check, right? Yeah, obviously. Check. Ouch. Yeah, that's game. Whoa. We have 3 central pawns. Yeah, that's enough for game. All the space, all the pressure. Yeah, like, but just looking at it, it's like you don't really think, wow, like they're crushing. The position does look crushing, but you don't think it's +4. +4 is a crazy advantage. Like +1.5 is really good. Yeah, I'm letting people just take challenge me whenever. Yeah, first come first serve basically. Can you go back to the king b6 move and tell me why king h7 doesn't work for white? Oh, genki gozaimasu? You mean ohayo gozaimasu or genki desu ka? So fiery, go back to the king b6 move. What do you mean knight b? Wait, king b6? I don't understand your question, Fiery. Can you ask it again? And also, guys, I do have a club here. I am not taking challenges right now. I'm going over the opening. I'm going over the Catalan. But I will open up some challenges maybe a little bit later. Oh, you mean knight? No, no problem, no problem. Oh, so knight b6 and what king knight h7 didn't work? Okay, give me a second. I can go back to that. And thank you for asking that question. So we're gonna go to knight b6. Where is knight b6? And why this didn't work? Because they don't have to take. And plus, they're attacking your bishop, right? So they're just gonna take your bishop. You see what I'm saying? Now you have no threat. They don't have to take. Like take. You know, I'm just gonna take here. Now I have this. This really can't move. Can't go here. Can't attack me because what I can't take. So maybe you're right with that. But even if I play here, maybe I don't know. There's a lot of good moves here. Like even b5, and if here, then we have like queen a3. It looks kind of bad because if you go here, then we can play this with check. And it's looking kind of bad for your king. Hello. Looking kind of bad, yeah. And then maybe knight f5, maybe knight g4 stops a lot of things. So yeah, that's why it didn't work, Fiery. Hopefully that answered your question. And black moves his knight. Why can't he move to? Yep. And if you want to do the notation for knight, the notation is N instead of K. K is reserved for the king. All right, so let's go into the next game. This game was done. Very nice by Wesley. So now we have one of my favorite players. I knew him a long time ago. He's recently started to stream, but it's 10, maybe 12 years ago. About 12 years ago. And his name is Alexander Lenderman. Amazing guy. I was surrounded by I was very fortunate. I was surrounded by a lot of strong chess players. All right, and he's known to play both sides of the Catalan, white and black, and very well. So d4, knight f6, c4, and g3, giving this pawn away. And I see this a lot, like Catalan, man. Okay, so you can play this as well. So the point is, we want to give up this so we can get control of the center immediately. c5. Okay, so this is something new. What do we play against c5? Do we just play knight c3? Can we play knight? Oops. Can we play knight a3? My point is, I just want to develop pieces. Castle. Say, hey, I don't care. I'm getting development. But what does he do? Castle. Pinning this, and if this takes, maybe we can take here. So he doesn't care about this. Because of this. Or maybe even here. Wow. Okay, so white and black have just been fighting for an advantage, but let's look at, they have advantages here, and they have open files, so maybe stuff like this might be really good. Even knight c3, attacking the pawn first, and then after that, maybe knight e4, turning some stuff off, or maybe rook d1, attacking the bishop, but this is defended by the knight, so we need to get the knight out of the way first. Interesting. Knight c3, attacking the pawn. Pawn moves, knight e4, takes. Okay. So if I were white, what would I do here? I need this bishop. I want to develop this bishop. I don't know where. So maybe b3? Because that's what we saw last time. The bishop was fianchettoed. So rook d1, okay. What if queen... Well, the queen can't move right now because we're going to take this rook. I see. So they're going to trade off this bishop for the bishop that just moved once. So very nice. I like that. Playing very easy to understand chess. That's probably the best way. Simple chess is the best chess. b3, okay. So attacking here, the knight can probably jump in here. Trading rooks is advantageous for white. It's because of the bishop is very good. This bishop is not that great. So this knight and this bishop are not that great. So if they can trade off this knight for this knight, things might look up. Where can this knight go? Where can this bishop go, right? So restricting the pieces. To take and protect this knight is very nice. You doing some work at home? All right, cool. No problem. Thank you. Thank you for being here, that Italian guy in Japan. I do actually know Japanese. Good trap, yeah. Oh, and my rating, if you guys are asking, my rating is 19. Well, on chess.com, I think it's 1900 or 19 something. Over the board, it's 1860. All right. So, what would I play for black? I think black is in a good position. I think you just have to make the right moves. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Yeah, this knight would have loved to go here. But I think it's kind of like even, but white's moves are a little bit more natural. Okay, and this is just technique. So, great. We see that somehow you're trying to get these open lines in the Catalan. One of these files open, and you're trying to get your pieces active on that. Okay, sometimes you want to fianchetto your bishop. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can trade it off with the bishop that's been active, the dark square bishop. So very interesting lines of play from. And what's the other thing? Oh, and then you don't care about this pawn or giving away another pawn because you get a lot of play on the different lines. And if they do give you back the pawn, then you still have play. So it's kind of, but both sides have play. So very interesting. And Alexander Lenderman actually went on to win this, but this position is about drawish or slight advantage to white. All right, so this is another Lenderman game. That is USCF. Yes, I am just 1860. Mana. Why is it? Yeah, I'm just 1860. In my level, everybody forgets those bishops. Yep. You don't believe that? That it is true. You're higher rated. I'm sorry. So we're gonna go over Alexander Lenderman's game. He was playing Francisco Vallejo and Pons. This is in the Isle of Man Open. This is in 2017, September 25th. So September 25th, 2017. All right, and Alexander Lenderman is the white pieces. Okay, so this time he didn't opt for the knight c3 version where they played d5. So let's see what he plays. Okay, so we saw in our last game that they played bishop d2, bishop g6, knight c3. Oh, okay, so this is a deviation. Okay, so a slight deviation. We don't want our pawns to be double, so we're going to play here. So we are saying, hey, we're going to make a concession. Hey, we kind of want the bishop pair. So I'm going to just not develop. Cool. Interesting. Castle. Develop another piece. And why are they're not taking? Oh, because maybe they wanted to play b6. Castle. Now they're fortifying c4 and double fianchetto. So that does seem to be quite an interesting plan. So when you do have the dark square bishop, and this bishop is not active like what happened in the previous game, like that bishop was just here, and we had a chance to develop it here and trade it off. In this game, he opted just to fianchetto the bishop. Interesting. a3 common. Okay, now the bishop's on d6. There's always some moves like this, but maybe after queen c2, threatening some things. Maybe something like that. Maybe here as well, because the queen defends a lot. So that's actually a very multi-purpose move. So let's see what he does. Queen c2. Also, man, I haven't played in tournaments or very many tournaments in the past years, and I do study quite a bit. But yeah, I haven't played tournaments in quite a long time. I think my last tournament was a filler game 2 years ago. And then before that was probably like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. What's the difference between USCF and FIDE? Okay, so USCF is the United States Chess Federation, whereas FIDE is the Federation for the International Game of Chess, which is chess. My rating is 533 on chess.com, but I have met world number 3 chess player and played international masters. There are no curses in Japanese. I'm sorry for that, Bobby Cakes. All right, so let's keep going. Don't play me in a tournament if you do throw away the game. I was like a filler for a commercial league here, and I think I won 100% in that commercial league. I never lost a game, and I played for the whole season. I was there board 4, but the board 4 was like basically playing like other 2000s or 2100s. I think I won every single game. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so here maybe c5 is a plan. Maybe rook here because we want this rook to be active and this knight was kind of preventing it. Yeah, c5. We're going to take it this way. Why? Why can't we just leave it? Take it to make him decide what to do, because if he takes the bishop, let me play e4. Takes the knight. We play e4. Interesting. Knight e4, I see. Say, give me that bishop. Boom, give me the open lines. Why queen did... Oh, okay, so why queen D3 out of all moves. Oh, because they're threatening to take here with check, and if now they take, now boom, now I'm threatening a mate. Interesting, very nice play. And also in some lines we might be attacking this knight, and this knight really can't move anywhere except for back. Maybe here or here. Oh, but the commercial league wasn't rated. Else staff privileges will be used against you. Also, you have to leave. Take care, Mana. Yeah, I guess. And I think I'm gonna have like the last 30 minutes, so I think I might play bullet with everybody, so you guys can destroy me. Okay, so boom. So how would I approach this? I like e4. Like I just like e4, but maybe I need to fortify things. Yeah, I probably would have played e4. E4, but then this knight moves, and now this pawn's under attack. So maybe what he played was better. Hmm. Maybe you want to reroute the knight. Maybe here's better for the knight. Taking is good. Right. If I were black, what would I play here? This pawn looks on pretty. But then we take here. Uh-oh. That's a little bit too much. Check. Ooh. Nice move. Taking here. With a tempo. We all love tempo. Now, this knight's still a problem. I want to fix that knight as soon as possible. They're trying to fix the pawns. This knight is so good. But this knight's really bad. If we can ever get to a situation where these trade off, or even one pair, not that knight. That knight's actually really good. So maybe this might be good. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Hmm. 3 pieces. Uh-oh. Do you guys know how to win this? I would be super impressed if you knew how to win a bishop and rook versus bishop. So this is actually kind of instructive. So basically, you want to block the checks for your bishop, and you want to move the king over. And you want to be able to block the checks with the bishop. So, uh-oh. This is actually forced mate. Forced mate in 12. Because the king can't go here. So the rook has to come here. Or the king. Boom. Now, king c8. Rook b2, threatening checkmate. And they can't stop it. Such a nice checkmate. Hey, I was wondering if you did chess tutoring, and if so, where can you find that info? If you want, you can go into the Discord. So here's my Discord. I do tutoring. I teach chess for a living, and I do offer it, so we can talk about it. By the way, if you are a tier 3 sub, every single month you get, this is actually only for now, but I might change benefits, but you get a 30-minute lesson for free if you're a tier 3 sub. Fridge of Doom! What's up? What is up, guy? How are you? Yeah, it's actually one of the most practical checkmates or checkmate threats, and knowing how to do it and knowing how to defend. The Fridge of Doom. But yeah, go into the Discord. The Fridge of Doom. I'm on Chess TV right now. That's why people are in my stream. Otherwise, I would have my mom and friends. All right, next one. So this game actually ended up in a draw, and the reason that I did that is not because I want to see only wins of the opening. I just want to see games and see what their plans were. That's it. I don't want to see their technique after. If I want to study that, I'll study that after. But right now, my main focus is how do they play this opening? What are the ideas, and what can I learn from that? Maybe I can take the ideas that happen in this opening, and if I get a similar position, then I know what to play. Yu Yang Yi versus David Howell, and they're both about 2,700. Okay, so let's go in. This is the 34th European Club Cup in October 17th. Actually, so yesterday. Nice. Yesterday. So d4. Okay, so we know this. We know this setup. d5, bishop g2. Okay, so we have not run across this move yet. What will we play? Maybe knight here? Okay, develop that knight. Not commit. Take. Queen c2, attacking. So I guess the reason that they played a4 is so that they don't allow b5, because they take, and then we can take the rook. Well, sorry. There, take the rook. Okay, now this bishop backs up, but what is this knight doing now? So this actually looks like similar to a position that I play, except the pawn's on c3, or c2 or c3, in the Chigorin variation of the French defense. So I find it kind of interesting. Similar qualities that you have to decide whether you want your bishop to be good or if you want your knight to be good. Take, so that bishop wasn't going to be good anyways, because maybe we want to put all of our pawns on dark squares. So before, that was a good bishop because we put it on b3 or b2. We played b3 and we put the bishop on b2. But now, since maybe we're going to put all of our pawns on dark squares, maybe the plan is to play on the dark squares. So take the knight. When this takes, then we play e3 at some point. Bishop attacking here. And this knight's kind of bad. I personally would probably play like something like this. Something like this. This knight needs to move. Yeah, I don't know where we are. So yeah, I wouldn't have played that. I would have moved this knight somewhere, but I guess you don't have to rush it because nothing can really stop it from going there. Yeah. Maybe queen c3, maybe... There are so many moves. Queen e2. So what's the plan here? What's the plan here? Okay, so for white, this bishop is kind of hitting a rock here because this is defended by this. My pawn structure is pointing this way. So that means the play should try to be around this side. But there are no breaks. And there's no way to break. You know when you have that gut feeling, something's just there? My coach would have said play h4 here. Maybe move the rook over. And I would have reviewed the game and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It does make sense. But I get it now, but I think h4, like I kind of have a feeling for those kind of moves. But let's see. This knight's really strong. And I'm thinking maybe we can try to trade off knights. But they don't have to trade it off. Maybe they just come back here. Maybe they can play like here. Sorry, there's a lot of arrows. Harry the H-pawn. Raid incoming? What? He's uncertain. I forgot about this. The plan is not to get mated and to mate the other dude usually. Oh, yeah, thank you. How do you choose these games? I was just looking at like famous players and people who I like to watch, and I love to look at Wesley So games. I think the way he plays chess is very simple. And it's very easy to understand, very clear-cut plans. It should be okay. It should be okay. Harry the H-pawn. Let's see. Let's see if Chess TV got it. Yeah. You only from the games. It's instructive. The trick is to black king to go to A, and that's a draw. Yeah. Yeah, I do know some Japanese. That is right. All right, so let's see what he plays. Udasin, you taught me well, Udasin. Joseph Whale rating with a party of 5. Thank you so much, Joseph Whale. And how was your stream? How was your stream? Let me know, brother. Let me know. Wesley So, if you don't know, wait, you're spelling his name correctly. Get out of here. He's amazing. He's an amazing chess player, and I love the way he plays. I try to emulate him whenever I can. Joseph Whale. Can we throw in some... This is what I like to do in my chat. Any emote that you have, when somebody raids, when somebody, subs, just spam the emotes. Spam whatever emotes you have. It doesn't have to be from this channel. It can be from any channel. Spam the emotes that you like to... Kind of gives me energy. Let's go. Yes. We're definitely gonna spam it all out. And thank you for the follows. Also, guys, if you are new here or are just tuning in, go ahead and give me a follow on the Japanese Tutor YouTube. Or subscribe. It's called subscribe there. It takes about 2 to 3 clicks. You go there, boom, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe bell, and come right back. Helps me out, tells me that you like the content, and it helps you out. It's free content. What's not to like about free? Am I really Japanese? I am not Japanese, but I do speak Japanese. But his father was Polish. Jestem Japanese tutor. That's a little bit of Polish for you guys. Right. Thank you so much for following, everybody. Thank you so much for following. I really appreciate that. All right, so h4. Let's get back into it. h4, rook f d8, boom, boom. What's happening here? Boom. Miguel, thank you so much for the follow. Maybe play e4. We got to be careful. Maybe something like this. This, maybe. Yeah, we saw that. All right. And the rest is just technique. They drew this game. But we saw some of the opening and some of the plans as well. This one was really closed with the bishop e7 being super closed. So maybe in these kind of lines, maybe you play on the queen side and give up the bishop over here for the knight. That's one line of play. Thank you so much for following. Ahmed, thank you so much. Haiku if it was Japanese. All right, that's just confusing, Jack. Thank you. Yeah. All right, last game, and then I'm going to play you guys. All right. So this is a Yu Yang Yi versus Wesley So. Remember, Wesley So plays both sides of this, so it's actually kind of interesting. It's kind of when you have like a pet line and somebody plays that pet line against you, you're like, so you have betrayed me. But you know what their best try is, so you can put up a very good fight. If not, say, hey, you made a mistake here. I actually play this. Oh, so this bishop e7 came up again, and Wesley So played this move. Very interesting. And this was actually played 2 weeks ago, this game. Yeah, Super GMs, they did draw their games. Well, yes, but some of, you don't really get to see all of that in this kind of opening. It's more strategy. It's more like influence, if you will. You've had a pet cat, never had a pet line. I have one pet line. It's in the King's Indian Defense, and some variations of the dragon where you can play Queen A5 a little bit early, and the best lines maybe it's a castle. It's nice, it's like it's about equal. You're not playing the best move, but it's something you have experience with, and it's a different plan. The thing is that it must be a slightly different plan than what the normal is. So when they play normal moves, crush them. Hi from Egypt. You know some Japanese yourself? Nice. Let me know. I do speak some Japanese, so put it in there. You're more than welcome. And welcome to the stream. And some Japanese. Hamdallah, hamdallah. That's awesome, right? Like, I think that means like praise to God. I think pretty much. Let me know if I'm wrong. Seriously though, thanks. Everyone wants to try the Catalan and appreciate it. No, yeah, the Catalan's super solid. All right, so let's go into the last game. They take like usual. Queen c2, a4, c5, take. What did they play last time? Anyways, I like this line of play. Ooh. Wesley So saying, I don't need pawns. Excuse me? I want development. Very nice. It's kind of like a Benko Gambit, except they exchange A-pawns. Ooh. This is kind of getting spicy. Pressure. Pressure. All the pressure. The knight is actually really good there. So they say that double pawns are bad, but not when they have a purpose. Like this double pawn is great because it controls here. See, look at how many squares all these pawns control, right? Bam, you have this bishop controlling here. This knight needs to get into the game. And where do we put this knight? Maybe here, right? And then we can control these squares. Exactly. Boom. Easy plan, easy life. Taken because we can separate their pawns. Boom, and then we can get opposite color bishop and games. Looks fun. Of course, we're gonna try to win. I'm gonna try to outplay them, but let's draw a even from the beginning. Yeah, draw. All right, guys. So now it is time. It is time to play the tutor.